I bet you didn't know the explosive power of a single diary. Welcome to Twisted News, I'm Theo Shaft. I don't think people understand the explosive power of a single diary. Diaries. Those intimate confidants of the soul, repositories of our deepest fears, wildest dreams, and musings best left unread by others, especially when your father happens to be the President of the United States. Ashley Biden, the first daughter, learned this the hard way when her personal diary became less a private chronicle and more a political hand grenade. The explosion, a spectacle of salacious headlines, partisan mudslinging, and the uncomfortable realization that some family secrets are too explosive to stay buried. The emergence of Ashley's diary sent shockwaves through Washington and beyond, with its raw and deeply personal entries painting a picture of a woman grappling with addiction, family dynamics, and the weight of a powerful last name. Whispers of the diary's existence had long circulated in the shadowy corners of the internet, dismissed by many as baseless rumors and right-wing conspiracy theories. But like a phoenix rising from the ashes of deleted tweets, the diary's contents found their way into the public domain, forcing the nation to confront the messy intersection of personal struggles and political maneuvering. Suddenly, the Biden family, long perceived as the epitome of normalcy and empathy in the post-Trump era, found themselves on the defensive. The very same media outlets that had lionized Joe Biden as the nation's kindly grandfather now seemed all too eager to dissect the words of his daughter, scrutinizing every sentence for signs of impropriety, scandal, or, dare we say it, juicy gossip. The public, hungry for any morsel of drama in the endless news cycle, lapped it all up, their appetite for the Biden family's dirty laundry seemingly insatiable. The diary's revelations, regardless of their veracity or the circumstances of their public release, thrust a spotlight on the complicated relationship between public figures and their families. Is nothing sacred? Are the private lives of those in power fair game, particularly when the lines between personal turmoil and potential national security risks blur? If you find this video insightful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below with your thoughts. Ashley Biden, thrust into the spotlight from a young age, has never been a stranger to public scrutiny. Yet, the diary revelations brought a new level of intensity, exposing her vulnerabilities and struggles in a way that felt both deeply personal and undeniably invasive. The diary entries, chronicling her battle with addiction and her journey towards sobriety, offered a raw and unflinching glimpse into the challenges faced by countless individuals and families across America. The public reaction was, as expected, a mixed bag of condemnation and compassion. Some expressed outrage at the violation of her privacy, condemning the opportunistic vultures who sought to profit from her pain. Others offered messages of support and solidarity, recognizing their own struggles mirrored in her words. The diary, in its unfiltered honesty, became a Rorschach test for our collective empathy, revealing our capacity for both cruelty and understanding. However, the diary's contents also raised uncomfortable questions about the impact of power and privilege on personal accountability. Critics quick to point out the stark contrast between the Biden family's calls for empathy and the harsh realities of the justice system faced by ordinary citizens battling addiction, accused the media of a double standard. Was Ashley Biden, they questioned, receiving preferential treatment due to her last name? Or was this simply a case of a young woman's struggles being unfairly exploited for political gain? The Ashley Biden diary saga, far from being a simple case of celebrity gossip, became a lightning rod for discussions about addiction, recovery, and the often blurred lines between personal responsibility and the privileges afforded by power. It forced us to confront the uncomfortable truth that even those in the highest echelons of power are not immune to the very human struggles that plague us all, and it left us grappling with the question, when does our right to privacy end and the public's right to know begin? In the age of the 24-hour news cycle and the insatiable hunger for clicks, likes, and shares, it's hardly surprising that Ashley Biden's diary became a feast for the media. The story had all the ingredients of a modern-day media circus: a high-profile family, whispers of scandal, and the irresistible allure of peeking behind the curtain of power. News outlets, from the venerable institutions of journalism to the depths of the digital blogosphere, scrambled to get a piece of the action, dissecting every sentence, speculating on every implication and squeezing every last drop of drama out of the unfolding saga. The coverage, as expected, ran the gamut from measured and insightful to downright salacious and exploitative. Some outlets, to their credit, approached the story with a degree of sensitivity, acknowledging the deeply personal nature of the diary's contents and focusing on the broader societal issues it raised. Others, however, seemed less concerned with journalistic integrity and more interested in sensationalizing the story for a maximum impact. Headlines screamed, talking heads shrieked, and social media erupted in a firestorm of speculation, outrage, and memes of questionable taste. Lost in the frenzy, it seemed, was any sense of nuance or perspective. The diary, once a private chronicle of a young woman's struggles, had become a weaponized narrative, wielded by both sides of the political aisle for their own purposes. Conservatives saw it as evidence of hypocrisy and corruption, proof that the Bidens were no different from the political dynasties they claimed to disdain. Liberals, on the other hand, denounced the entire affair as a politically motivated smear campaign, an attempt to distract from the real issues facing the country. The Ashley Biden diary saga, in many ways, epitomized the state of modern media, where the lines between news, entertainment, and political warfare have become increasingly blurred. It highlighted the dangers of a media landscape driven by clicks and outrage, where nuance is sacrificed for sensationalism in the pursuit of truth, often takes a back seat to the pursuit of ratings. And it left us wondering, in a world saturated with information, are we any closer to understanding the truth, or are we simply drowning in the noise?